In this video, let's talk about 5 things that happens to the chosen ones when they begin to elevate and once they begin to get older. 5 things that happens to the chosen ones when they begin to elevate and get older or more mature. Number one is that they stop celebrating their birthdays. If you could remember back then when you were younger, you used to be excited about your birthdays. You used to be excited about your birthdays. In fact, you saw it as something very, very unique and very, very special. And because you were always thinking about the cakes, the drinks, the clothes, everything that people were going to give to you, and other things, and all that. But as you get older and as you get mature, you get to realize that for every year you attain, it is a way of marking a new beginning. You are taking a step to your grave. That way, you become more conscious and you become more critical and you become more intentional about every move you make, every plan you make, every friend you make, everything you do. You become accountable, you become careful, you become intentional, and that is because you are elevating, you are getting mature, not just physically, but you are raising your vibrations and getting mature spiritually. Number two, you stop keeping many friends. When the chosen ones were younger or when the chosen ones were still kids, they had many friends. They loved being around people. They loved being loved by everyone. They loved going everywhere. They could play all day. They could play all night. They could be found outside practically all the time. But as the chosen one begins to get matured, as the chosen one begins to go through what we call the spiritual awakening stage, you're going to realize that you're going to stop keeping many friends. Either you're going to have a few people who you trust, or you rather stay alone. Most times, chosen ones keep few friends as they get more mature and as they grow older. The third thing is that you begin to see the needing to stay alone and avoid crowds. The third thing that happens to chosen ones is that you begin to see reasons to be alone and move alone and to avoid crowds. I remember when I was much younger. I remember when I haven't yet discovered my purpose. I remember when I was still like much younger, as in my teens, in my early 20s, because now I'm in my 30s. I used to be everywhere. I used to like being around people. I used to love being around people 24/7, all day, every day. But now I love my alone time. I love my solitude time because it gives me the opportunity to meditate. It gives me the opportunity to read. It gives me the opportunity to plan. It gives me the opportunity to strategize, to have conversations with my chi, to have conversations with my spirit guides, to plan, to execute, and so on and so forth. And the fourth thing that happens to chosen ones as they get older or grow mature is that they become silent, calm, and observant. You're going to notice that when you were much younger as a chosen one, you were loud, you were noisy, you were playful, you talked too much, you played too much, you were always everywhere, you were always scattered. But now I've realized that as I grow older as a chosen one, I'm more silent, I'm calmer now, I talk practically fewer, and I choose my words, and I have zero tolerance for negativity. I'm also very observant. I observe more than I talk, and most times I can be very, very sensitive to words, to touch, to attitude, both verbal and non-verbal communications. As I grew older, all these things happened to me. Number five, and the last one. As you grow older as a chosen one, and as you get more mature, you see marriage as an exchange of value and not just love or pleasure. I'll say that again. You see marriage as an exchange of value, of and not just love or pleasure. Like I said, when I remember when I was much younger, I always thought about marriage being all about love, being all about, missing one another, being all about the sex, being all about the kissing, being all about the romance, being all the bed in the roses, and so on and so forth. But as I grew older, as I grew more matured, both spiritually and in my vibrations and in my energy, I got to understand that marriage is the coming together of two value givers, two helpers, two people who want to help each other grow. The man has something to offer, the man has a role to play. The woman has something to offer, and the woman also has a role to play. When these roles are defined and everyone knows their roles, marriage will work. It's not just about what we watch in Disneyland. It's not about what we watch in Z-World. It's not about what we watch in Korean movies. As we grow as chosen ones, our eyes begin to open and we get to understand and get to realize that marriage goes beyond mere words, goes beyond feelings, goes beyond missing people, goes beyond sending messages, goes beyond calling people, goes beyond chatting. It's all about giving value. Love is big. Love is not an emotion. Love is a choice. Love is a commitment. Love is discipline. When I was much younger, I never knew anything much about love, but I have gotten to understand what love is all about now. It's all about giving value and doing everything within your power to make sure that both you and everyone you love are carried along and you are safe. Peace and light to every chosen one. Listen to the sound of my voice. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.